Hello, anybody out there? Hey John, hey Riku, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having a good start to your weekend. Hey Michael, hey Peter, how are you? Yes, Michael, spring is finally here a little bit. It's a little cool, but okay with some sweatshirts on. Not too bad. I'm totally looking forward to summer. Hey Peter, how are you? Hi Amber, how you doing? Welcome in everybody. Just having some coffee out on the deck. Calvin seems to be thrilled to just chill out. Hey Barbara, how are you? Welcome in. So what's everybody got going on this weekend? Oh, John, we've had a lot of rain. Let me tell you, this winter and early spring, we've gotten our fair share of rain. So it's nice to have a little bit of break from that. Hopefully it dries up for you soon. Oh, it's raining, Amber, in Wisconsin too? I guess the middle of the country must be where all the wet weather's at. It's supposed to warm up here on Monday and Tuesday. I think we're supposed to get into the mid-70s. I'll definitely take that. Oh, awesome, Peter. Wow, Barbara, 84. I wish it was 84 here. I don't even know exactly what the temperature is, but I think we're maybe close to 60 degrees right now, if that. Did you get the names of the Boston Terriers, Peter? Hey, Calvin. Calvin, you're being lazy. Do you want to come say hello? Hey, are you there yet? Welcome in. And hello to your two Bostons, Maisie Willow and Maverick Mellow. Hey, Calvin. You heard a voice behind us and you had to go investigate. Thank you, Aria. We appreciate that. We're just being a little lazy this morning, drinking my morning coffee in my Rhode Island mug. And Robbie and Avery, those are cool names, Peter. I like it. So I know of some of you, obviously, because you've been following my channel for a while. But for those who are new, are you there yet? Where do you guys come from? Where do you guys live? Hey, Calvin. Calvin. See, if we were inside the house doing this, you guys know where he would be right now. He would be in the kitchen in front of the sink, waiting for me to feed him a treat. Right, Calvin? Treats? Yeah, you knew that word. Oh, that sounds awesome, Arya. Central Illinois. Yep, Peter's from England. Delzy Willis is from Missouri. Amber from Wisconsin. John Tiernan from Missouri. Michael Carr, I'm actually not even sure where you're from, if you're still on. And then Riku is from Finland. So we're representing the globe here today. And as you know, we're from Rhode Island, so We're always representing the globe, Barbara. I'm very fortunate to have people who follow us from everywhere. It's kind of a neat thing. Hi, Cal. I can't see you behind the arm of the chair. Wind is picking up a little bit. Oops, sorry. Hey, Calvin. Hey, Yvette. How are you? For everybody who's on, if you wouldn't mind doing me a huge favor, if you guys could hit that thumbs up button, I would love that. The more thumbs up, hopefully the more this gets pushed out to folks so they can all see Calvin. So Peter's got a funny question. It says, if I was on the beach with you and Calvin, how likely would I be to be buried in the sand up to my neck? Well, who would bury you, Peter? If you buried yourself, then I would say it's more than likely. But I can't say that I've ever buried anybody in the sand. Oh, that's cool. Are you there yet? Yeah, it's not big. It's I don't live in a very big house. It's just a 2-bedroom ranch, but the deck's good enough for me. It's just nice to finally be outside. It's like my favorite. I love summer. It's just like if I could have summer 12 months a year, I would love it. It's pretty funny, Peter. Calvin's favorite treats. He's got a few. We filmed a couple of videos, but I am holding my phone vertical, Yvette. So anyways, his favorite treats are for biscuits. He loves Old Mother Hubbard dog biscuits. They come in a variety of flavors. We generally get the original, which has like an assortment of flavors. Sometimes we get the peanut butter ones. Sometimes we get the bacon and cheese ones. He loves these little no rawhide chicken flavored bones. And then we recently discovered these like soft chicken sticks that, I mean, he like drools like crazy for it. And he can eat that in about, 5 seconds. But he's not very picky. Pretty much, he likes to eat anything. Trisha Ferreira, welcome in from Whidbey Island, Washington. Can't say I've ever heard of that. So really cool. Thanks for being here. Hey, Angela, how are you? Welcome in. What do you make it today, Angela? Every time I watch your videos, I have to like eat. Oh, Peter, I'm sure you would. Yeah, he's very soft. Yeah, we don't give rawhide, Trisha. Thank you. Yeah, we do it's a no rawhide treat that we give him. With rawhide, I just don't like to give that. It's very difficult for them to digest. Oh, Angela, chocolate eclair cake. Wow, that sounds amazing. Are you going to film that, I hope? Good morning, Kim. Welcome in. How are you? Wow, we got 16 people here. Thank you so much. We just did a pop-up live, so that's really nice. We've got 8 likes, 16 people in. Make sure you hit that like button, everybody. Yeah, I mean, I know some people don't have a preference on the rawhide. It's just ours. Like, to me, there's so many other alternatives out there that there really is no reason to feed him rawhide. But, I know some people give their dogs that and, are fine with it, but we choose not to. I actually like to give Calvin I'm lucky. Like I said, he'll eat anything. So like a lot of times for snacks, I'll give him baby carrots. He'll eat like florets of broccoli, like no joke. If I'm like making a salad and I'm cutting up a bell pepper, you know, I'll cut up a couple of strips of that and he'll have that. Cucumber. I mean, literally, I could put like a salad in a plate for him without dressing, and I think he'd eat the whole thing. Obviously, no onions, of course, but yeah, it's tough to digest. Are you there yet? For sure. I think Calvin's very content with just chilling outside. Hey, Heiner, my friend, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's a pretty sunny day. There's a little bit of cloud coverage, kind of like hazy cloud coverage, but the sun is kind of right there. Oh, no worries, Yvette. So I got some new Adirondack chairs in a little fire pit that needs to be cleaned, but I had to assemble everything. And unfortunately, when I took the chair that you're looking at, when I took it out of the box, the way they packaged it was really nice. They did a great job packaging the chair, but there was like a piece within another piece. And so when I pulled the entire thing out of the box, the piece inside the piece fell out from about 6 feet or 5 feet, you know, however tall my head is. And when it fell and hit the ground, the arm broke. So right now I've glued the piece together, but I'm actually going to call the company and see if they can just send me a replacement piece, because honestly, it's not going to last long. Oh, thanks, Yvette. Yeah, I like the colors too. I only had there were only two to choose from. I could have chose this like kind of cool looking blue, or I could have gotten like a red chair. It was kind of like a darker red chair. They're not like a bright red chair, but I just thought blue would be cool for like the summer. So I have super glue on it, Barbara. But unfortunately, it's just not going to hold up, and I'd rather just get a new piece. I'm sure they'll give it to me. Wow, Trisha, that's so cool. Norma Torres, hello from Puerto Rico. Oh, fantastic. What's your dog's name? What's your Boston Terrier's name? How would I react if I met you, Peter? Good question. I don't know. I think it would be really cool. I can't say I've met a lot of my subscribers on YouTube. Some, yes, but not a lot. Let's see. I've met Yvette, who goes by Eve M. I've met Yvette and her husband, Jack. And that's it so far. Who's on the stream? And then Newman, of course, who's a subscriber and one of my really good friends. Clearly, I've met him. Who else have I met? I've met the Great Indoors with Ed and Michelle. We follow each other's channels, so I've met them. I'm sure there's a couple of others that I've met. It's just it's escaping me right now. Oh, that's a really cute name, Norma. I like it. So, what color is your Boston? So obviously they can kind of come in different, different coats. So Calvin's a brindle. The more traditional ones are usually the black and white Bostons. Wow, that's so cool. Orcas. I can't outside of an aquarium. Calvin, would you like to come hang out with me? Come here. Come here, baby. If I had a treat, you'd come here. Here, you want it? I don't want to teach you. Come here, bud. He's like, nope, I'm doing my own thing. That's great. So, Trisha, how far are you from like Seattle and Vancouver? Oh, Peter, that's awesome. I love their channel. Where did you meet them, Peter? In the UK, or did you actually go to the Netherlands? I believe that's where they're from. Oh, that's awesome, Arya. That sounds like a very pretty coat. Oh, that's good, Trisha. That's not too bad. I've never been to the state of Washington, but I've seen a few videos from there, and it just looks beautiful with all those, tall pines, especially on the Pacific coast there. I'm actually going to be going to Portland, Oregon in September for a few days just for a work thing. And I hear Oregon's beautiful too. I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have to explore, unfortunately, outside of the Portland area. Oh, cool, Arya. That's awesome. Oh, wow, Peter. That's amazing. That's so cool. I'm assuming they had Kiyu and Phelan with them, Peter? Hi, Icon. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, he's loving the sun right now. He's enjoying the deck. Oh, good for you, Trisha. I got a long way to go. I got a good 15 years or so to go before I retire. Oh, awesome, Peter. What states have you visited in the United States? I've never been to the UK. I've only been to Europe once, and it was not even on the mainland. I visited the Azores Islands off the coast of Portugal back in 2011, and I absolutely loved it. But it is on my to-do to go visit some more European countries. I want to go to Iceland so badly, and I will get there eventually. Yvette, it's probably like right now pushing 60 degrees, maybe like 58. But it feels good in the sun as long as it's not windy. I think we're going to get into the mid 60s today, like 65. Oh, really cool, Peter. I've been to both of those places. Both very different, but both very cool. Santa Barbara, California. Awesome. So, Trisha, what made you go out to Washington State from sunny California? Hi, Duncan, Idaho. How are you? Thank you for being here. Perfect. I'm glad that you got to meet them. Sorry. I see, Trisha. That makes sense. The East Coast is beautiful too, but it is very different. I've been to California, a few times, and it's just like night and day. Hey, Calvin, do you want to come see me? No. Hey, Mrs. G, how you doing? Welcome in. We're just chilling out on a Saturday morning for a bit. Figured we'd go live. I'm just having my coffee. And Calvin's being lazy out on the deck. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, no worries, Duncan, Idaho. I don't speak German, but I'm sure Sure willing to try to guess what you're saying. Holy crap, that's so cheap, Trisha. 16:38 in Germany. So you're going to make me do military time. So that's 4:38 p.m. already the afternoon. Wow, we got 20 people in, 10 likes. Who hasn't hit that like button yet? Please do me a favor and hit that like button. I'd love to see more people come into the channel. Thanks, Mrs. G. That's so nice of you. Looks like you guys, I missed your last live stream. I'll have to check it out, but I had a lot going on. I think the day that you filmed it down in, I'm probably going to butcher the name, Choctaw, maybe? Choctaw, Oklahoma casino. But I saw that you had that. I just wasn't able to make it that time. No worries, Duncan, Idaho. We're not going anywhere, so take your time. That's so cool, Peter, that you got to meet them. They're such awesome dogs. I love their channel. I love what they do. I love like all the they take such amazing like photographs of the dogs, and they just do a great job. What is Calvin's favorite thing to do? Kim Stahl asks. Besides eat? He doesn't really, he's kind of content just chilling out. Like when we're in the house, if he's not eating, he'll just hang out on the couch. He likes to relax. But yeah, he likes to go for walks. He likes to go to Petco, as you guys know. He's not much of a TV watcher, Trisha, I have to say. He loves people, so like if people come over, he's all about, you know, trying to get their attention and giving his attention to like people, especially new folks. Like anytime my friend Peter, aka Newman, comes over, he just goes absolutely crazy for him. So I would say he's otherwise a pretty relaxed dog. He doesn't like to be alone, I can tell you that. Anytime I leave him, he barks like crazy at me. He has a little bit of separation anxiety, but once I close the door, then he stops barking, and then he'll go sit on the couch and stare out the window until I come home. Peter, he might, if he saw you relaxing in your sleeping bag, I think he would actually, he'd probably go investigate you, sniff you, and if he liked what he saw, he might just sit next to you. Oh, yes, he does, Mrs. G. He's a massive snuggler. It's actually kind of funny. Sometimes I'll be sitting on the couch. He'll be on the couch, and the blanket is on the couch, and then he'll take his paw and he'll paw at me, like as to say, hey, cover me up. So it's hysterical. So like he'll tell me when he wants to be covered under blankets. Just trying to catch up on some comments here. Let's see. Trisha says, from the tip of his nose to the bottom of its toes, a Boston Terrier's colors I love. I totally agree with that. They just love bugs. Kim Stahl asked, does he like tennis balls? My Boston, I had loved playing with tennis balls. He prefers more like, I would say, toys, like chew toys versus tennis balls, but he will occasionally chase a ball. But I would say he's more in favor of like actual dog toys. I answered Mrs. G's questions. My angel had Cushing's disease, passed in 2019. That's sorry. Yeah, so Cushing's disease is very common in Boston Terriers. I know a lot of dogs in that breed have gotten that. I also had a Boston Terrier that passed in 2019. He didn't have Cushing's disease. He was only turning 7, so he was very young. But he had a couple of bouts of pancreatitis and some other health issues that we really couldn't identify, that he just couldn't overcome, unfortunately. Eve says, he makes me want to lay out in the sun. Unfortunately, it's not sunny here. Sorry, Yvette. we haven't had a lot of sunny days here either, but it isn't really super warm out. I mean, it's comfortable, but you know, I wouldn't say it's sunbathing weather. Heiner, is it quiet in your neighborhood? That is obviously kind of a subjective answer. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely dead with nothing going on, to 10 being absolutely noisy and busy, I would give it maybe like a 4. But I'll let a vet answer that question because they came out and visited me and stayed at my house. So, a vet, how would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 how busy or quiet my neighborhood is? Warfel, how are you? Thank you for joining the live chat. So, has Calvin ever been to a restaurant? He has. I have taken him to a couple of restaurants that have been pet friendly, for sure, and they've been, you know, very, very nice. Every time we go, they bring him like a nice fresh bowl of ice water. So yes, he has been to a restaurant a few times. Yeah, so that's about right. So Heiner, I would say like a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. You know, there's enough cars that go by that I would never let Calvin out by himself. I'd be afraid he'd get hit by a car. But I don't have a ton of, you know, cars driving up my road. So Mrs. Gallivanter Slot says, does Calvin like riding in the car? Depends. I think so. Calvin's very astute. He knows where he's going sometimes. So, like, anytime I bring him to my folks' house, he knows he's going there, and he's a very good passenger in the car. He'll just sit and kind of just, you know, wait for us to get there. But if I take Calvin anywhere else, he's so excited about getting to the destination that he whines a lot in the car. It's not because I don't think he doesn't like the car ride. I think it's more he wants to get where he's going. So he's got like a serious case of impatientness. So that's how I would describe his feelings about car rides. Trisha, yes, we live in Rhode Island, so we're on the East Coast and the Northeast in New England. Hey, my friend Anthony Chihuahua is in, checking in from the kitchen of Benny Blanco's Pizza in Denver, Colorado. Hello, Calvin and Papa Jeff, and hello, all my friends. I love you all. Have a good weekend. I hope you have a good weekend too, Anthony. Thank you for joining. Barb Joe is in the house. Hey, Barb Joe, how are you? Good to see you here. Calvin's loving life right now. Calvin, do you want to come see me? No? Wow, it's awesome. We have 21 people in the house. 13 thumbs up. Who hasn't hit that thumbs up button? Please do. Now I want pizza, Anthony. Maybe you can freeze one of your pies and send it to us. And then we can thaw it out. And I'll film a video and say this was from my friend Anthony. Thank you for being here, Kim. I really, really appreciate it. Warfel asks, how does Calvin react to music? Not much of a reaction. I play music all the time in the house. He doesn't really care too much. I think it's just noise to him. They certainly do, Barb Joe. If the sun hits it just right, they shine a lot. Hey, my friend Kenneth, how are you? Welcome in. I'm glad you could be here. What kind of fish did you have? True, Heiner. Probably that or his next treat. Wow, we got 23 people in the house. That's awesome for an unplanned live stream. I'm very, 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 very thrilled to see everybody here. Okay, if I won the lottery, Peter asked if I got a game we could play. If you won the lottery, what would I buy Calvin? Oh, man. You know what, Peter? If I won the lottery, I would buy Calvin his own personal pet supply store with limitless treats, toys, food, you name it. He'd have it all to himself. Dave and Wolfie's in the house. How are you? John, that's so sweet of you to say. We haven't really done too many live streams in the last 6 months. I think we've only done like 2 or 3, so I'm happy to see everybody here. Hey, Barb Joe. Yeah, so it's about, the temperature is probably the same here, but obviously we have some sunshine. I don't know if we'll get rain later. I didn't look. But we are supposed to get some really warm weather Monday and Tuesday, I believe. Red belly, better than salmon. Okay. I don't even know if I know that fish, Kenneth. That's a good one, Yvette. Although my mom does a good job taking care of him when I have to go to work. Would Calvin like a ball pit? I don't know. Good question. I guess there's only one way to find out, Peter. We'd have to get both a short one and a tall one and see which one he likes better. Let me tell you, my mood changes, though, when the sun is out and the weather gets better. MM Warfel asks, how many times has Calvin visited Boston? Okay, so that's a funny story. The answer is 0. And I only live about an hour away from Boston. And I have to say there is, and maybe I can do it this summer, but I have actually thought about doing a video of us visiting Boston and filming a video there. One of the ideas I had is, so there's a university in Boston. It's actually called Boston University, and their mascot is the Terrier. It is an actual Boston Terrier. The mascot name is Rhett, R-H-E-T-T. But so I thought maybe about doing a video where we go to Boston. We'd probably film a couple videos, but then also trying to visit, the campus of Boston University. So something like that. We'll see. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, if people have video suggestions for us, leave us some comments. And if it's something that's doable, we'll definitely give it a whirl. But yeah, with the nicer weather, we'll be able to film more videos outside, which is nice. They do have a great hockey team, John. They didn't win the whole thing this year, but they came very close. But they have a player on their team that's going to be the #1 draft pick in the NHL. So he'll be the first pick overall. Wow, 26 people. Do you think we can get to 30? That'd be awesome. Share this link out, folks. Maybe some of your friends can join in. Hey, Rachel, welcome in. Yeah, it's starting out okay. Calvin's soaking up some rays on the deck. And I'm just having a cup of coffee in my new Adirondack chair. So yeah, we like to film, Calvin loves to go on his walks. So, we'll try to film some videos of different places in our state that I can try to showcase while we're going on a walk. We'll do that once, well, the weather's starting to get nice, but we'll probably do that more frequently. Yeah, for those of you who are new, we have a bunch of playlists out there. And just to follow up on something that MM Warfel asked about, have we visited Boston? The answer to that question is no. But we did visit New York City, and we have a playlist for all of our videos from New York City. And Calvin rode a subway, which was really cool. And we visited a whole bunch of places in Manhattan. We also visited Brooklyn, the statue. Well, we didn't go to the Statue of Liberty, but we went to Battery Park, where you can see the Statue of Liberty. We went to the, the World Trade Center Memorial. We just did a ton of walking that day. I think one day Calvin and I walked about 7 or 8 miles. He was a trooper. Oh, thanks, Rachel. Appreciate it. Absolutely, Kenneth. Hey, Family Wilson, welcome in. High five, right back to apple pie and pumpkin pie. So a lot of people are doing yard work. I can hear lawnmowers going, and just people doing a little bit of spring cleanup. We've had a FedEx truck drive by, and now UPS is across the street delivering something very large to my neighbor across the street. So what does everybody have planned this weekend? I did, Heiner. I wasn't able to watch the live stream. I had a meeting for work at the same time, but I played the replay, and I watched it. Yeah, it looked like a very posh neighborhood. A lot of nice homes and very well-kept neighborhoods. Peter, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here today. Have a good weekend. Kenneth asked, do the Bruins have a chance tomorrow? Well, they're playing tonight, and I guess they have a chance, but I'm going to be honest. I'm very pessimistic about it. They're just not playing well right now. I don't know what happened. So I just think it's going to just take kind of everything they've got and maybe some mistakes from the other team, but I guess we'll see. Oh, that's awesome, Mrs. G. Are you guys doing a live stream tomorrow? That's awesome, Barbara. I know, John, but our new coach, he's like the best regular season coach, but he's 0-5, 0 wins, 5 losses in series closing games with us, so it's going to be tough. Hey, Frank, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Oh, wow, Trisha. Sounds like you're going to be feasting. Family Wilson, I love your garden. You guys do such a great job. You're always doing like little home improvement projects. You've guys done some great things, like with your kitchen. You know, that back garden is like really nice. So kudos to you guys. You guys are always doing something really cool to your home. What's on the menu, Gallivanters? What are you guys cooking? I also love your shopping videos. I only see one moderator on. Oh no, Barbara's a moderator. There's a couple of moderators on. But make sure, for those of you with channels, we have some great channels here. Check each other out. It's always fun to see other people's channels. If you like slot play, the Gallivanter slot channel is a lot of fun. They do a lot of live stream videos. It's live play, so they're not always just showing their big wins, but they're showing real play, and it's just a lot of fun. They have an awesome community, and if you have a chance, check it out. Wow, you got a feast going there, the Gallivanters. Family Wilson. They do a lot of vlog style videos. They love to film like their shopping trips, and it's really cool because they're from the UK. And as somebody from America, I always find it fascinating to see, you know, what kind of products they have versus what we have, and then the price differences. So I find that pretty neat. And like I said, they do a lot of amazing work in their home and all little DIY projects. And then my friend Kenneth Steelhammer, he's got a newer YouTube channel, I'd say over the last year or so, and he lives in the suburbs of Stockholm, and so he'll film a lot of the, you know, nature around where he lives, and some of the, you know, sometimes he'll venture out into the town, and he'll, you know, film some of the streets and sort of all the happenings going on and around his neighborhood. So check it all out. And if anybody else has a channel here that I missed, let everybody know in the comments that you have a channel and what your channel is all about. Yeah, and I think some of you guys know, I actually have another channel. It's my own personal channel. It's called Jeffrey Lemos, which is my name, dash Your Roadie Vlogger. And obviously being from Rhode Island, I'm kind of a vlogger from Rhode Island. But funny enough, I don't really film a lot of videos from Rhode Island, but I want to change that. So I actually got a drone for Christmas, and I'm still trying to figure out how to fly it. I'm not good at it. But my plan is to film some drone footage of my state. I have this idea. I don't know if I'll get it all done this year, but I have an idea where I'm going to visit all 39 cities and towns in my state and try to take drone footage of all of it. So we'll see. I got to learn how to fly the drone first. My fear is that I'm going to fly it, crash it somewhere, and then never be able to find it. Oh, thanks, Heiner. So speaking of my channel, and Yvette, I don't know if you can post the link, but you guys are all talking about food. Coincidentally, my last video was me visiting a Mediterranean wrap falafel gyro sandwich place, and I took like about a little over a minute video of the shop and showed you what I ordered, and then did a taste test of it. And I have to say, it was really good. Yeah, I can put it in the description, Family Wilson, but I'll also see if Yvette can go to that channel and maybe post my link. Unfortunately, I'm on my phone. It's very hard to kind of do that when I'm live streaming, but I'll certainly, actually, I believe if in this description, actually, Galavanters, I do have some slot videos there too. Not a lot, but I do have some slot videos on my channel. But a lot of it is of like my travels, like my vlogging of my travels. You know, I'm fortunate to get to travel to some places, mainly because of work. But, you know, sometimes I do vacation, and I like to try to, you know, vlog my experience. So I've got things from the Caribbean, San Diego, Florida, you know, Bermuda, you know, Bahamas, a bunch of things like that. Oh, wow, Trisha, that's really cool. It did work. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for posting the link. So, guys, check out the channel. We're looking forward to some more subscribers. We only have about 419-ish or so. Weirdly enough, though, we have more watch hours on that channel than Calvin does. Struggling with watch hours on Calvin's channel. We've got good subscriber count. We're think over 3,400, but you know, we just don't have that threshold for watch hours that we need to monetize. But I'm closer on my other channel. Oh, interesting. It won't let you follow the link. Okay, no problem. So, Family Wilson, I will post the channel link on the description of this live stream. Yeah, watch hours are tough. Everybody says to do live streams, and I do need to do more of them. The problem for me is finding the time to do it, and also trying to find, making sure the topics are, interesting. We have done like some trivia videos that were a big hit, and maybe we'll do a few more of those. But I just want to be mindful of people's time too. Like there's only so much we can talk about, but part of that's on me as the creator, right? I got to get more creative, I guess. No worries, Family Wilson. We'll, like I said, I'll put the link in the description. Thanks, Mrs. G. I appreciate it. Yeah, Family Wilson, I know it's tough, but you know what? You guys have a lot of good content you could do live streams on. Like, I think you could do live streams on like every project that you guys do. You guys do a lot of like small projects. You could do a live stream just about that and give folks like information about like what you did. And, for example, like I feel like a lot of the stuff you do is very affordable. Like, you guys turn things to make them look really nice without spending a huge amount of money. And there's probably a good niche of people who would love to do DIY projects like that. Hey, Chris, Nature Dog Realms, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome in. You could also do a live shopping trip, Family Wilson. And, of course, you could do lives with Apple and Pumpkin, too. So, Family Wilson, have you ever been to the United States? I don't know if I've ever asked that question before. Wow, we've got 22 people in the chat. That's awesome. I think the most we've ever had in one of our live streams was just over 30, maybe like 33. For a pet channel, that's pretty nice. Trisha, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend and have fun grocery shopping. Okay, the reason why I asked Family Wilson is, you could do videos on comparing, shopping in like the UK versus the United States, or you could even do it within your own country, because I know you visit different, different stores and vlog from different stores. Maybe you can do a comparison video between like one store or the other, or like pros and cons of one store versus the other. Hey, Anna Banana, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I love Florida weather too. Yeah, live streams are hard though. Like again, trying to make sure you have solid content. Finding the right time of day to do it. A lot of times mine are unplanned. It's because I fit it in when I can, but it's probably more advantageous to have a set schedule that your subscribers know, when you're going to go live with more notice than what I give people. So I got to work on that. Hey, Calvin, where you going, bud? So sometimes people ask the question, how come I keep Calvin on a leash on the deck? Answer is simple. If I didn't keep him on a leash, Calvin would not be in the picture right now. He'd be roaming around, and not just in the backyard. He'd be roaming around. He'd go run out in the front. If he saw like a squirrel or a bird or a bunny, he'd go chase after it. If he saw another dog, he'd go up to it. If he saw another person, he'd go up to it. So unfortunately, I need to keep him on a leash. Yeah, it could be. It could be a good time to do a live, right? Mid-morning could be a good time before, I really get my day started. Yeah, Calvin, how are you? Say hi to your people. Hi, Calvin. That's a good one, Kenneth. Calvin, look. Calvin, look. There's his cute face. I agree, Frank. Yeah, I have done that. Whenever we've done like trivia videos, I've scheduled them in advance. But you're right. I definitely need to do that. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. I have to say though, filming live streams is way more fun than making videos. A, it's easier. B, of course, you get to connect with the community. And C, they just go. I feel like I've been on for 20. Yeah, he is a sweet dog most of the time. So the other day we did a nice good Samaritan deed. Before I went to work, I was walking Calvin around the block, to go do his business. And when we got up to the next street over, this dog came running at us. Really cute dog. I want to say he was, kind of looked like a Cavalier King Charles type of breed. But he was clearly off leash and came running towards us. And I felt really bad. So there was no way I could just leave him there. So thankfully he had a dog tag on. So I was able to call the owner. And the owner was dropping her son off at the middle school, which is like 2 streets over. And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." He got out. So she came to pick him up. And he was really sweet. His name was Jax, Jax. And Calvin, on the other hand, got really jealous and was sort of not aggressive towards him, but, kind of defending his turf. And he saw him sort of as a threat. So I had to pick Calvin up and hold him while the owner came to pick up the dog. And so that was my morning a couple days ago, which actually made me be a little bit late for work, but I think it was for a good reason. Oh, great. Thanks for the tips, Frank. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's very, very helpful. But like you said, my biggest problem is I need to schedule these in advance and have a clear topic of like what the live stream is going to be about. And it could simply be questions with Calvin. People can ask us questions about Calvin. A lot of times that just happens naturally in a live stream. People are curious about things about him. But the I've done all different types of trivia. Some of them about Calvin specifically, or dogs or animals. So yeah, we'll look more into that for sure. It's too bad work gets in the way. If it wasn't for work, I'd have a lot more time to film videos and edit and post. Thanks, Rachel. I appreciate it. So for some new folks in the chat, maybe you could let everybody else know where you're all from. I know where some of you are from, but it's always nice to see where everybody's coming from. Calvin found the sun. Thanks, Mrs. G. Appreciate it. Yeah, he is a really gorgeous looking dog, I have to admit. For me, it's his little tongue that sticks out, his bold, beautiful eyes, and a lot of his like mannerisms are just cute. Wow, Minnesota, San Antonio, Texas, Missouri. We've got the Midwest covered. A lot of Midwesterners here. Chris from Colorado. We've got Anna from Florida. We've got Family Wilson from the UK. Kenneth from Sweden. We've got Trisha Ferreira, who just left the chat from Washington State. Are you there yet? Is currently RVing in central Illinois, I believe she said. Heiner Lucian from Germany. His eyes are very expressive. To me, it's the tongue, though. Like, the tongue gets me all the time. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, from all over, for sure. We are from Rhode Island. Ooh. So only bad part about this time of year is I have massive allergies, environmental allergies, pollen and all that stuff. So, I take an allergy pill pretty much every day. I haven't taken it yet today, but I will. Oh yeah, pollen time for sure. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Yep, it is truly a small world when you think about it. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it. Definitely sneezing season is here. Say that 5 times fast. Sneezing season, sneezing season, sneezing season. I guess it's not too bad. Yeah, Calvin's very content being out in the sun. So I know I asked this, does anybody have any cool vacation plans coming up this summer? I'm going on a cruise again at the end of July, leaving from Miami. So I'll be on the ship for my birthday in early August, which is always fun. Leaving from Miami, and it's going to Belize, Honduras, and then 2 different ports in Mexico, Costa Maya and Cozumel. Yeah, right, Mrs. G, it's kind of a tongue twister. Oh, nice, you're going to Montana. I've never been to Montana, but I hear it's beautiful there. Oh, Barbara, awesome. Have you ever been to A, San Diego, and B, the zoo? If not, you'll love it a lot. The zoo is amazing. Oh, that's great, Chris. I mean, honestly, you don't have to go too far for vacation in Colorado. You have so many beautiful places to go visit. The natural beauty in Colorado is awesome. I've only been to Colorado once, but absolutely loved it the one time I visited. There you go, Heiner. No judgment zone. Yeah, I am a vet. Yep. So that'll be fun. Oh, Barbara, you're gonna love San Diego. The weather's awesome. The scenery's beautiful. Definitely check out the zoo. Check out Balboa Park. If you love Italian food, go check out Little Italy. Go check out Old Town in San Diego. You'll find some of the best Mexican restaurants there. You have to have tacos. Oh, I bet, Chris. I mean, it's a pretty big state. Oops, sorry, I'm not filming Calvin. The gas district is fun too, Barbara. I don't know if you're into like aircraft carriers and like military stuff. Obviously, there's the naval bases over there, but the USS Midway aircraft carriers there, and you can do like tours of that. Then you can go to Coronado Island and check out the Hotel Del Coronado. It's totally worth like, you know, a quick visit there. There's a lot to do. Hopefully you have enough time to do that stuff. Yep, he's relaxing, Family Wilson, for sure. Sorry, Rachel. So, Rachel, I have been to Texas before, but never to San Antonio. I've only been to, like, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Oh, 1 week. You've got plenty of time, for sure. If you plan on checking any of the beaches out or the coast, take a drive up to La Jolla, check out the cliffs and the seals, Carlsbad. All of that area is amazing. Oh, I would love to go to Turkey, Family Wilson. Just the history there is amazing. It'd be cool to see that. Oh, thank you, Lily. I appreciate it. And my mailman's across the street. So I'll be getting my mail today soon. Wow. All right. Well, Calvin, what do you think? As much as I'd love to sit here, I do have to get some things done today. Calvin, what do you think? Should we call it? Calvin, do you want a treat? Calvin, do you want a treat? Wow, he's not even listening to me. Calvin, you want to go for a walk? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll take you in a little bit. So, Calvin, I think it's time for you to say goodbye to all your friends here. It's been 63 minutes of pure fun. It's been awesome talking to all of you guys. And we're so glad we could come live for a while. But yeah, guys, we're going to sign off now just because I do have to get some things done. Again, appreciate everybody. Please check everyone else's channels out. Please leave us a comment. Please watch some of our playlists. Please share our channel out. I know I'm asking a lot of favors here, but it would mean the world to us to help us reach our goal for this year. So I wish you guys all an amazing day, a great weekend, and we'll see you guys in another video. Take care, everybody. Bye.